got short legs. I have to run along. You have already heard from me today, and so I'm not going to detain you for very long. But I just want to say just a couple of things. I joined UKIP 4 years ago, so I know that makes me a bit of a Johnny-come-lately compared to many of you. But, you know, it has been quite a journey, and it is absolutely coincided with the most extraordinary time in our country's history. And I lost my parents a few years ago, and I do sometimes think of them, you know, because they are, or they were, pure UKIP people, in that for most of their lives they were Labour supporters, right? They were Labour voters. They were from a time when being Labour meant being patriotic. They were from a time when being British actually was sort of part of your character. It defined you. It wasn't something outside. It was just something innate that they felt, you know, part of. So I often think of those, my parents, when I come to speak now, because they would have been absolutely solid. They would have been, you know, branch chairman and branch chairwoman or whatever it would be. Because those are the people who, as Paul so beautifully put earlier today, those are the people who now have no voice in this country, and why I think it is not just a political opportunity for us, it is a positive duty for us to represent them in our country. So, I've been droning on about culture. We're very clever, us in UKIP. You know, when I was first taken on to do the culture spokesman bit, Steve, the then chairman, said, well, we're different in UKIP. We don't talk about cultures as being, you know, culture, media, sport, arts council, things like that. We talk about the whole of British culture. And I think that that is one of our great strengths. No other party does that. They might try to nick parts of it, but they don't own it in the way that we do. Since I was appointed by Paul, I've had the chance, obviously, to get to know him a lot better. And I have to say, I don't know about you, but his speech today, for me, was one of the very emotional highlights, actually, of my time in UKIP. Because here is a man of extraordinary modesty, and yet showing such great strength as a leader. I've been on the trail with him around Stoke Central. He connects with people in such a wonderful way. You know, he is the most extraordinary asset to us. And really, if he gets across the line in Stoke, it will be transformative for us. It will be transformative for us. It will be our second age. So, I would say, please, you know, bring your cars. That's what we need on polling day. Bring your cars. We need to get people out. We need to, as Nigel said earlier, we can't have this 600 people that just did it for us last time. We need to get people out into the polling booths. So we've got to make a Herculean effort there. So that's the message I would leave you with. I hope to see many of you, along with Paul, tonight at the gala dinner. It's been a wonderful conference, I think. And, you know, we're still here, and we're going to go on fighting, and we're going to get bigger, I can tell you. So on that note, I'm going to hand over to our great, young and handsome chairman, Paul.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.